let's talk about money. What if you could stop feeling like you're just a passenger in your own financial life and, finally get behind the wheel? Today, we're going to break down a really simple idea that could completely change how you think about your money. Let's dive in.
Seriously, just take a second and think about that. Does your money control your big decisions, your stress levels, your future? You know, for so many of us, the answer is a quiet and maybe even a really stressful yes. But here's the thing, it really doesn't have to be that way.
So, first up, let's talk about a feeling that is a way too common. I call it the financial treadmill. It's that sinking feeling you get when your hard earned paycheck just seems to vanish, almost the second it hits your account. Sound familiar at all? Your paycheck lands, and then poof, it's gone. Just swallowed up by bills and all the other expenses. And then there's that constant low level buzz of anxiety in the back of your mind about whether you're going to have enough. Not to mention that pressure. That feeling that you have to spend just to keep up with everybody else, it all just leaves you feeling completely powerless.
It's the perfect way to describe it, isn't it? You're putting in all this work, you're running and running, but when you look around, you realize you haven't actually gone anywhere. You're stuck in the exact same spot, just more tired and more defeated than you were before. So what if there was a way to just step off?
Well, there is. We're about to make a shift here, moving away from the problem and toward a really powerful, simple solution. It's a total change in perspective. And believe it or not, it all comes down to just three little words.
Act your wage. That's it. This isn't some gimmick or a complicated financial formula. It's a philosophy. It's really a declaration that you are going to be the one in charge of your money, not the other way around.
And let's be really clear about what this means and what it doesn't mean. This is not about depriving yourself or telling yourself no all the time. Forget about those restrictive, miserable budgets. This is all about empowerment. It's about consciously telling your money exactly where to go, lining up your actions with your reality, and finally taking back command of your financial future.
And here's the most important part. You have choice in this. We all do. We can keep going down that same old reactive path, or we can make a conscious decision to choose a different one. And trust me, the contrast between them is pretty huge.
On one path, you've got the treadmill life. It's filled with stress, mounting debt, and just this constant anxiety. It's a reactive life where you're always just putting out financial fires. But on the other path, the act your wage path, that leads to a sense of control, of freedom, and honestly, peace. It's a proactive life where you are the one making the plan. You're not the passenger anymore. You're the pilot.
Okay, so this all sounds good, but how do you actually start? How do you make this real, like today? Well, it's a lot simpler than you might think. It really just breaks down into three clear, totally manageable steps.
All right, step one, just observe. For 1 month, 30 days, track every single penny. Now, the key here is zero judgment. This is not about feeling guilty. It's about getting the facts. Think of yourself as a scientist just gathering data. Step two, create a zero-based plan. This works because it forces you to be intentional. Before the month even starts, you give every single one of your dollars a mission. Bills, savings, groceries, even fun money. You plan it all until your income minus your outgoings equals zero. It just short-circuits that mindless spending. And third, pick one small winnable battle. This is huge. When you achieve a small goal, like paying off one nagging bill, it creates this little victory that gives you a hit of dopamine and builds the momentum you need to keep on going.
And, taking these steps isn't just about the numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about the reward you get at the end of it all. It's about earning what I like to call your freedom dividend. This is the real payoff. Remember that constant buzz of money anxiety we talked about? Imagine replacing that with genuine financial peace. You're not just getting out of debt, you are buying yourself options. The option to switch jobs, the option to travel, the option to handle a surprise emergency without panicking. You gain true ownership of your life and your future. Just take a second and imagine what this feels like. A life with zero consumer debt. No credit card balances hanging over you, no car payments, no student loans. This is not some fantasy. It is a tangible, achievable goal that represents absolute liberation. So if you only take one thing away from all this, let it be this. The act your wage mindset isn't about what you have to give up. It is about everything you stand to gain. It's the process of reclaiming the freedom that debt and financial stress have stolen from you. So I'll just leave you with this question. Not tomorrow, not next month, but today. What is one small, concrete thing you can do right now to start acting your wage and begin building a life where you, not your money, are the one calling the shots?